Shalom. GMS on the sit down is coming with a video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostle of GMS that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect that spreading this word is sincerity and truth, man. Hey, through the spirit, man. I come with this lesson. Basically, it's not the time to be lazy, man. It's not the time to tell brothers like, you can sit back. Because I had this guy, I've been talking to, it was on Facebook. And it's not a video to cut him per se, but we need to get the fuck up out of here, man. We need to get out of here, man. The elect needs to wake up. So you can't be saying like, hey, yo, not everyone that's teaching is going to be saved. You don't have to be a teacher to be saved. No, but you should promote brothers to go out there and do the work, man. So the elect is going to be sealed, So to start off with, Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Exactly. So this gospel needs to be preached all over the world to become a witness to all nations, man. So if you can give a brother that little push in the back, so he's going to teach, so he's going to go out in the highways and byways, so he's going to make videos, you should do that, man. You shouldn't come in the spirit like, hey, yo, not everyone that's a teacher is going to make it. That's nonsense, man. That's nonsense. Don't spread that negativity, If a brother is there and he's able to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the best of his ability, he should do it, man. By what? By teaching the word, man. Why? Because 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 21. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So that's pleasing to the Most High. That's the only thing we need to do. We need to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the best of our abilities, man. So why would you spread this thing like, hey, not everyone that's not everyone. Let me put it like that. Like this. Not everyone that's a teacher is going to be saved, and not everyone that it's not teaching is going to be saved. That's true, because you're going to have people that only bring a bottle of water to a prophet, to a man of the Lord that's teaching, and they will receive a prophet's reward, man. That's in Matthew. So some guys fall in their lot. They only have to say like, hey, you a man of the Lord, man. Boom, I'm going to hand you this water. Keep doing the work and keep pushing. And he will get a prophet's reward, meaning he's going to be able to get saved, man. But some brothers maybe have to be teaching the word for several years, man, 10, 20 years. But the man only has to bring you water and he can be saved. But is that the message that you want to bring out? Or is this the message that you want to bring out? That you have to motivate a brother to go out in the highways and byways, man. He needs to get the blood off his hands. He needs to spread the words that he know. I remember Apostle Tahar brought out the thing that if you 2 years in this truth, you gotta at least make 2 videos a week. But then Apostle Rhymelab said, you know what? Actually, when you only half a year in this truth, you can already bring videos out, man, because you have knowledge. We want to get out of here. We want this truth to be spread across the 4 corners of the earth. Why? Because then the end is going to come. Let me read it again. Matthew chapter 24. Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So why would you, hold a brother back? Because some brothers are just new in the truth. They are looking for answers. I remember when I came in this truth, I was looking for answers, man. I wanted to know what I had to do. Through the spirit, You know, I didn't even know there was a GMS Holland here in Holland, man. But I had in my mind, like, I want to set up a camp because in my spirit, I feel this is what I have to do. You know, some guys maybe don't have that, but that's their lot, man. You know, because we have to please the Most High to the best of our abilities. You know, scriptures say, the righteous shall scarcely be saved, man. Let me grab that. I believe it's in 1 Peter's. Let me see. Gone. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Exactly. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear if the righteous are scarcely going to be saved, man? The righteous are scarcely going to be saved, meaning not many brothers that teach this truth are going to be saved. And that's what the man also said, you know. He said, like, you know, not everyone that's a teacher is going to be saved. That's true, because some guys are going to teach and in the end they're going to get weak. In the end they're going to get weak. They're going to take the chip. They're going to do whatever, man. But we should not get weak, you know. So, but that's not the point. The point is you should motivate a brother to go out in the highways and byways, man, to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that's what we have to do, man. This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 19. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. What does the word assure mean? The word assure means strive to please one. Hereby you know that you are of the truth, if you strive to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Hereby we know, hereby you can know that you are of the truth, man. If you have it in your spirit to do what the Most High asks of you, like 1 Corinthians chapter 1 says, the Most High is pleased by the foolishness of preaching, man. Meaning you out there in the wintertime, in the summertime, in the heat, in the cold, in the rain. That's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's what you're supposed to spread. That's what you're supposed to teach. That brothers should do that, man. You know? Instead of holding brothers back. Because what I saw was that brothers was like, hey, man, I needed this. No, you don't need this. You need someone that tells you, go out in the fucking highways and byways and spread this word, man. So we can get up. So we can get out of this hell, man. You know, and it frustrates me because we want to get out of here, man. We want this. We want to get out of this hell. Brothers need to go out in the streets and do what Yahweh Shem Yahushua asks of them, man. You know? And of course, guys are gonna get up on your ass if you don't go out in the highways and byways. Even though it's for one day, even though you have some personal problems. Listen, personal problems ain't supposed to come between Yahweh Shem Yahushua and your personal things, man. That is impossible that this comes in between, man. Okay, we in slavery, we in hell. If you gotta work, hey, it's fucked up, man. You can't be losing your job. But sometimes the Most High will put the spirit upon the people where you work for to say like, yeah, this and that. You have to come on a Saturday, man. But you got to be wise. You got to think, figure out if there's a way to change it, you know. But if there's no way to change it, okay. But for example, for a fight with your woman, a fight with your children, a fight concerning your children with your woman, family problems, family parties, things like that ain't supposed to come between this truth, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua goes first at all costs, you know. But if you miss camp, okay, if you miss camp, hey, so be it, man. You know, but you have to realize you are there to be a teacher, meaning you are there to set an example, man. You are there to set an example. And if you get rebuked for that, or if you get laughed at because of that, then that's your own problem, man. Then that's your own problem, man. That's why James said this. This is James chapter 3, verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. You know, and that's true. If you go off being a teacher, then you're going to get a greater condemnation, man. Not only from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but from people that see you, man. People that see that you are a teacher, they are gonna get on you, man. Like, hey, I thought you was a teacher, man. Where was you? I was there on the spot where you teach on the Saturday, but you was not there. They're gonna get on you, man. But nobody is perfect, of course. Verse 2, for in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in the word, the same is a perfect man. And we are not perfect, man. You know, so everyone is gonna get, you know, rebuked for something, because he went off on something. You know, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. You know, but it's a wrong spirit to spread things like, yeah, you don't have to teach in order to get saved. You know, you don't have to teach in order to get saved. Some people will get saved without teaching. Yeah, it's true. But is that the message that you want to spread to Akiam, man? You know, the scripture also speak about things that, you know, let me not go into that, man. You know, because being a teacher, you got to think about certain things, man. You got to be wise. You got to realize, like, hey, I once came into this truth and I wanted answers. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, Yahweh Ratazah, you get the right answers. But you don't want to have answers that, okay, so what's the point then? How do I know I'm a teacher? How do I know, hey, am I supposed to go out? Yes or no? If I don't have to, then I'm not going to. But do I have to? You know, you don't want to create doubt in a man's head, man. You want to push this word and you want to support the brother and motivate the brother to spread this knowledge, man. If he's able to do so, you know, and everyone that's in this truth is able to do so. If you ask me, you know. So let's go into it, man. Matthew 22:10. So those servants went out in the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. You got to go in the highways and byways, man. You got to bid people to the marriage, man. You know, you got to tell them like, hey, come to the marriage, man. Come into the truth. That's what you got to do, man. You got to be out there. You don't want to have blood on your hands. You don't want to have the blood on your hands still, man. Because if you didn't tell people what they're supposed to do, then their blood is upon your hands, man. And you don't want that. You know? So go into the highways and byways, man. That's the message that I'm spreading through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Instead of saying like, yeah, you don't have to be a teacher per se to get saved. No, that's true. But if it's your lot, then it's your lot. And if you are in the spirit to do so, you got to do so, man. Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat what? This truth, man. Learn this truth. What we have to do in this truth is a cycle. Learn, teach. Learn, teach. You can't be learning and not spreading this knowledge that you have, man. Yahushua spoke about that. That's grabbing your talent, put it in a napkin and put it in the ground, man. And then when Yahushua comes back, then you pull it out like, hey, see, I still have a little bit of knowledge, you know. But you have to bring it out, man. You got to multiply your talents, man. You got to multiply, you know, your things. You got to go into the scriptures, man. You can't be lukewarm. And you can't spread that the brother can be lukewarm. You should not. You know, I don't know where your mind is if you want to spread that. We got to be wise, man. And we got to realize like, hey, some brothers just came in, man. I always notice that some brothers just come in. You know, this truth is still growing up to become a tree, man. Yahushua planted the seed and it's still growing up to become a tree, man. So this is Matthew chapter 12 and 30. And this is a very important one, man. You know, concerning what I'm talking about. Matthew chapter 12 verse 30. He that is not with me is against me. You know, to go deep. If you're not concerning this truth, you are against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. If you're not about this truth. And he that gathereth not with me, scattereth abroad. So you can be in this truth, but if you are not gathering, if you're not helping, if you're not spreading this truth, you are scattering, man. You are scattering. And that's what you basically was doing, brother. You've been scattering, man. Because the brothers that saw your message and now feel like, oh, I don't have to teach. Salakia. You know, Salakia, man. The brothers that saw your message and now feel like, hey, I don't have to teach in order to be saved, so why should I even go and teach? The people that they could have brought in, basically their blood is upon their hands and also on your hands, man, because you caused this. You caused this scattering, man. You should not want to do that. If you don't bring out that message, if you make videos concerning, hey, go out, teach, do the work, you know, make sure you are going to be saved. Like the scriptures say, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. You know? So it says, he that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattered abroad. Being a teacher means being wise. Being a man of the Lord means to be a man first. You know? Let's go to Hebrews chapter 4. A scripture that always keeps me in check, man. You know? That's why me personally, Yahweh, I would never say such a thing, man. Only because I know the scripture. This is Hebrews chapter 4 verse 1. Let us therefore fear. Let me read it again. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. So that's something to fear, man. You don't want to fall short. Remember the times that you made tests in school? You needed a 6 to pass the test, and then you get, or yeah, here in Holland it's with numbers. Let's say you needed a C, or you needed a B, you know, and then you get a C minus. I don't know how it is, but you needed the B, but you get a C minus. You just didn't, you didn't pass, man, by a little bit, man. Or you needed the B, you get a B minus. I don't know, man. And here in Holland, when you get a, you get a number. So a 10, you get a 10. That's like an A, you know. So let's say you need a 10, but you get an 8, or you get a 9.9. That means you needed a little bit to pass, but you didn't pass, man. You know, you don't want to fall short in this thing, man. You know, and you don't want to spread things through which brothers are gonna fall short, man. You know, because of you. Ha'af. Off. Because of your words, man. So it says, Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest the promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. And that would really hurt, man, if you fall short, man. If you just by a little bit don't make it, man. You know? Let me see, John 3:17. John chapter 3. Let me go back. Let me grab Songs of Solomon. You gotta realize, man, the elect needs to be sealed, man. The people of Yahweh Shem Yahushai need to be wakened, man. They need to wake up out of their sleep. Songs of Solomon 3:2. I will rise now and go about the city, in the streets, and in the broad ways. I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth. You know, so King Solomon was looking for the truth, and the watchman that was out there in the city doing the work, they had it, man. They had what he was looking for. So it says, the watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth. It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me. Exactly. So when he stumbled upon the men that were teaching in the truth, the watchman, then he found the truth, man. Then he found Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Then he found what he was looking for, man. So that's where the truth is. That's where the truth can be found. You know? So being a teacher, you should promote that, man. You should promote that. Acts chapter 10 verse 42. Acts chapter 10 verse 42. And he commanded us, preach unto the people, and to testify that it is he which was ordained of the Most High to be the judge of quick and dead. To him give all the prophets witness, and through his name whosoever believeth in him shall receive remission of sins. You know, so the commandment is to preach. The commandment is to go out there and testify. You know, testify. And this also shows you that women can't be teaching out there in the highways and byways. Because if you go into the root of the word testify, the word testify goes back to testicles. So you gotta have testicles in order to testify, man. You know? Being a judge for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, being out there in the highways and byways doing the work. You know? So it says, and he commanded us to preach unto the people, and to testify that it is he which was ordained of the Most High to be the judge of quick and dead. You know? So we need to testify Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. That Yahweh is the Heavenly Father and Yahushai is his Son, whom the Most High sent to the earth to be the judge over all, man. Because who's the biggest judge? It's Yahushai, man. You know? We are not living in a time to be lukewarm. We live in a time to be on fire, to teach, to tell brothers what they have to do, to correct them, to rebuke them. And then you had this dumbass scoffer. I made a video concerning correcting your neighbor. You know, and I was bringing out the example that, hey, the brother that stands next to you in this truth, you got to correct him, man. The reason that I said it, that I brought out that example, is because he's already in the know. He's already in the know. So he should know what he's supposed to do. Just like how the people in the law, in the times of Moses, knew what they had to do. But if they went off, they had to be corrected. But what we do, being in the highways and byways and making videos, we are automatically rebuking everyone of Israel, man. The nation of Israel is who we are rebuking. How? By making videos, by telling the nation of Israel what they have to do, how they can return back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that they are going off. We are already rebuking them. So you come, this dumbass scoffer comes with a stupid thing like saying, yeah, it's not only the guys in the camp that you have to rebuke. Of course not, you dummy. I'm making a video. I'm standing there week in, week out in the highways and byways to rebuke the nation of Israel, man. So that's automatically, that's common sense. But you got scoffers, man. Their lot is to scoff, and we can't do nothing about that but fight against them. And no, I'm not talking about a physical fight. I'm talking about a spiritual fight, making sure that they don't lead people astray, man, from this truth. And if it does happen, then the truth is not for that person that's being led astray, man, But this is what we have to do. Jude chapter 1, because there's only one chapter. Jude 1 and 3. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you, which means the word exhort means to strengthen, and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. So we got to contend for the faith, which means the word contend means to fight, man. We got to fight for this truth, man. So if you know this truth, you got to fight for it, man. Where do you fight for this truth? In the highways and byways, man. By bidding people to the marriage. Some guys, Israel is rebellious, man. So some guys are not going to accept the words you say at once because they have their own mind. The bottle of filthy wine needs to be emptied. So it's our job to basically put water in it, man. To fill it, wine. To fill it up with wine. Oh yeah, I was thinking about the scripture that says Paul planted the seed, and it was Apollos that watered it. I don't remember where it was though. That's why I said water. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. James. No, it's not James. 2 Timothy. Two and 6. Let me read this. Anyway, I can't find the scripture right now. No, but you can look it up for yourself. It basically, roughly paraphrasing, says it was Paul that planted the seed and Apollos watered it. I really want to bring it out, but if through the Spirit it's not meant to come out now. Let me try this this last scripture. Look it up. 1 Corinthians. The water Yahweh Shem Shai. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 5. Who then is Paul and who is Apollos but ministers by whom ye believed? Exactly. So Paul and Apollos was just ministers. Like how we are just ministers right now. We are not anything but the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Yahweh Ratazah, you know. And it's not certain that we will be saved, you know. But you gotta push brothers to do this work, to minister, because why? Who then is Paul and who is Apollos but ministers by whom ye believed? So you can make sure that someone is gonna believe through you, man. Through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, of course, but through the words that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has put in your mouth, man. You know? So it says, by whom ye believed, even as the Lord gave every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. Exactly. So it needs to be of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, it needs to be Yahweh Shem Yahushai's will to let the seed that you plant in someone's mind to grow, man. You know? So then, neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watered it, but the Most High that gives the increase. So basically, you still got to remember that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is in control of everything, man. You know, and he is the one that needs to be praised, not us. We are just mouthpieces, man. We are only the ministers. So we got to minister, and we got to tell brothers like, hey, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to do. You know, there are certain things, certain ways how you got to tell the brothers what they're supposed to do. You know, step by step, because eventually every man needs to be persuaded in his own mind, man. Not like the wicked Pharisees was doing back in the days, you know, pushing the circumcision when brothers just came in the truth like, hey, yo, what you tripping about, man? Give it time. That's the period of grace that we are under, man. You know? But send out positive messages, man. Set out motivation to Akiam that just come in this truth, man. You know? Don't put your lazy demon upon them, man. We have to spread, man. We have to gather the elect through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom Akiam, stay strong. Do what you gotta do, you know, and don't fight against the spirit, man. Bring it out. Shalom.